Dear Grace, it's 10:32. I'm at the park. I was here at 10:30. It took me 2 minutes to start up one app. What an IT professional I am. However, Grace, the good news is I feel pretty good today. Physically, mentally, positively. Still have a morning voice, but I think recording this first thing in the day is the best thing I can do. It seems to work the best for me. And I get all these applause breaks. And as William Montgomery would say, I ain't ever gonna stop. I ain't ever gonna stop coming to this park until you show up, Grace. And then we're gonna get the fuck out of here. And I realized, Grace, if you've read all these letters and now podcasts, that puts them slightly crazy. Slightly crazy. Mildly different ways for us to get married. However, to be fair, I guess we don't need to get married the first day we meet. It might be a bit extreme. Although it's a hell of a story. Hell of a story. But, your choice. And although my two ideas, sorry, cold tooth whistle's coming back. So my ideas being you and I alone, or you and I in a park full of 300 people dressed in burqas. Both those might be a bit extreme. I'm watching the Watcher today. Unfortunately, the homeless guy who I said I'd buy lunch today, I don't think he's around. I think he left all this stuff behind, and the maintenance workers are going to clean it up. But he's taking a picture of it first, so I don't know if he has to call the police. Probably not. I assume they're just cleaning it up. I said it before and I'll say it again. If I was homeless, I'd just sleep in a forested park, not a park like this one. Sleep in a forested park throughout the day, all day long. Then at night, hang out at a 24-hour coffee shop or fitness place or whatever. And repeat. Alright. Where was I? I think this is episode maybe 37. I haven't really been keeping track. It's 36 or 37. And I'm thinking, That's a good number to get your shit out of your system. And I was thinking, even though I'm just talking to a possible make-believe person who doesn't respond, there's a certain daily release of energy, I guess. And I wonder if I hadn't published it, I was thinking, sorry, I'm going to go back to something, Grace. I was thinking one day we will do this together. And on that day, I hope it's at this park, but it doesn't have to be. I see you walking across from the other side towards me. And then I could describe you walking across that field. Every single thought that's going through my head. Hopefully, or hopefully, whichever one, in a happier tone of voice. Although, to be fair, I think today I just sound monotone. Although, the point I was trying to make is an AI, preferably Tabitha, could easily analyze the change in my voice, my cadence, number of beats per minute, which I still haven't figured out. Thank you, Jimmy Carr, but I'm going to check that. And see the difference from start until now. Or maybe Grace will have to do a separate one, and I have to continue this one on my own first. Whatever you want, Grace. Slow day at the park, and I'm going to walk to the other bench. So I wonder, Grace, or I was thinking when I woke up this morning about doing this, about speaking an hour openly, honestly. It doesn't have to be to the whole world like I'm trying to do here. Because I know, A, the whole world isn't interested in this story, and B, anyone who does listen to podcasts, expect them to be professional. Good audio, easy to hear, easy to listen to, a voice they find interesting. This is all the things this is not. However, let's forget about all that and imagine this scenario. Imagine a scenario where someone asks for help. whole Tabitha facility isn't set up yet. But all we can do is offer them a free service that allows them to talk to a person, not necessarily a quote-unquote professional. It doesn't have to be a psychiatrist, doesn't have to be a psychologist, doesn't have to be anything other than another person willing to listen and keep their mouth shut, just like you've done for me, Grace. I wonder if that would help people. I mean, there could be feedback too, whatever, but let's just say 1 hour a day, rather doing what I'm doing and then just keeping it for yourself, or just trashing it if you want. If you're afraid someone else will hear it, do this for an hour and delete the file, but record it for a second, because when something's being recorded, it affects your brain, it affects your mind for whatever reason. You're just cautious with your words, or you should be. I'm not, but you should be. No, actually you shouldn't be. Just say exactly what the fuck you think and feel for 1 hour a day. Preferably to another human, but to an AI or a cell phone or a podcast or a video, or just talking to yourself in the park, talking to your dog in the park. I like how we try and teach a dog how to sit. Like he's not sitting properly. Anyways, yeah. I think I'll sign up for ChatGPT-4 today and maybe analyze these podcasts a little bit more. Just for something to do. And go from there. Guess we'll go back to the news. I was hoping to have more to say, Grace. I need to be able to just do this an hour off the top of my head, which is a challenge. Not a lot going on in my head these days. Mostly blank. Just waiting for you. However, I'm okay, Grace. I can wait. Ready when you are. Let's go back to the news. Let's get too deep. No inner voice. New study reveals its impact on memory. I'm not sure if I have the inner voice or not. Anecdophagia. Their verbal memory and rhyme recognition. Participants without an inner voice struggle more than those compared to those with an inner voice. The study highlights the unique cognitive strategies used by individuals with anecdophagia. I have no idea how to say that. Future research will explore how this affects other cognitive processes and therapies. No inner voice. I'm pretty good at remembering words. Can't pronounce them, but I can remember them. Alright, let's read these. Anecdophagia, condition of having no inner voice, impacting verbal memory and rhyme recognition. Study findings. People without an inner voice perform worse in remembering words and rhymes. Why did they say rhymes specifically? Who cares? Cognitive strategies. Individuals... Fuck off. Individuals with whatever condition use unique strategies for problem solving. I probably do use unique strategies for problem solving. That doesn't mean I have anything. No labels. That's my goal, Grace. A world with no labels. I Everyone calls everyone by name, and that's it. You don't have to worry about pronouns. Just use their fucking name. High functioning anxiety isn't a medical diagnosis, it's a hashtag. I disagree. You can be high functioning anxiety. I've had a shitload of anxiety and I still got shit done. It just wasn't as enjoyable. I'm not anxious today. Nothing but caffeine again, Grace. And it was free. I've been lucky. I had a free coffee yesterday and another free one today, both from 7-Eleven. So either their system has a bug, or when God damn, Grace, this is really exciting stuff, but I think when 7-Eleven had their coffee on sale for $1, and I was buying it every day, it also counted towards the free ones. So now I've got a bunch of free coffees waiting for me. I think that's what's happened. I doubt it's a bug in their system. This is so exciting, Grace. But I said I'd give you a day in the life of Dave, and this is a day in the life of Dave, so get used to it. Please. Ready, Grace? Relationship found between creatine in the brain and recovery from traumatic stress. Scientists uncover a surprising conflict between important cognitive abilities. Sorry about that. A lady is sitting on the bench, not right beside me, but the bench beside me. Normally I'd stop, but I decided I don't give a shit anymore. I talk pretty quietly anyways. As long as you can hear me, it's good enough. GPT 4.0 first reactions, essentially AGI. We have to try that today. 3 telltale signs a relationship has marriage material, just like I was saying, Grace. Do you like feet, Grace? Do you have a foot fetish? Just asking. I don't. 3 telltale signs that a relationship has marriage material. Let's see, Grace. So far our relationship is non-existent, mostly in my head. But 3 telltale signs that a relationship has marriage material. Are you and your partner destined for happily ever after? Here's how to tell. Oh, this is good. Empirical evidence. Oh, let's wait. A lady left. She's old, probably couldn't hear me anyway. Although to be fair, I'm old and I hear way too fucking much. Empirical evidence highlights what can be Empirical evidence highlights what can be considered strong predictions of a resilient bond. Time together should be something you look forward to, definitely. Constructive communication and financial compatibility are also important. Well, I got good news and bad news on that one, Grace. I'm all about the constructive communication. Financial compatibility? Afraid you're in charge of the money, Grace. Don't even let me near it. It's difficult to be unequivocally certain about your choice of a lifelong companion. The possibility of seeing your partner through rose-tinted glasses only to discover that you fell in love with an idea can be daunting. I think I may have overdid that one a bit. I still like the burqa idea. Fortunately, scientific research has broken ground on the matter. While finding the right person can never be distilled into an exact science, empirical evidence highlights what can be considered strong predictions or a resilient bond. These three signs can be herald that your relationship is ready for the next step. I'd be happy to get rid of every single leaf blower in the fucking planet. And just stop playing with the throttle. Push it down and blow this shit away and fucking move on. Please and thank you. Time together is not a chore. Well, Grace, I hope our time together is not a chore for you. If it is, then let's not do it. Spending time together is the foundation of any romantic relationship, whether it's talking, pursuing an activity together, or simply sitting comfortably in silence. Time together should be something you look forward to. I definitely look forward to that. Blah, 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 blah. An enriching romantic relationship also involves the ability to slow down and relax in each other's company. You communicate constructively. How about you communicate honestly, respond honestly, and everything becomes constructive. Your partner is financially fit. Fuck, I hope so. Eating hot dogs the rest of our fucking lives. $5 a pack. Walmart, can't go wrong. Only for dogs. And that was it, Grace. Well, I'm gonna take a guess, Grace. I know I'm saying your name a lot today, but I'm gonna take a guess that if you ever do walk across that field, we're compatible. Humans are driving a new kind of evolution in animals. Baby reindeer and the psychology of attachment. Newfound glitch in Einstein's relativity could rewrite the rules of the universe. The puzzle of consciousness would remain without the narrative self. Genetic cause of rare neurological disease found after 25 years search. I just have to wonder sometimes. But I won't. Scientists just made a breakthrough for light speed tech. Awesome. The study finds sleep may not flush toxins from the brain after all. Alright, let's get this fucking straight. Until you can actually measure toxins in the body, and specifically in a certain location, stop saying all this fucking shit about toxins. Prove it first. And if it's that big of a deal, then give everyone a fucking blood test, find out what toxins they have in them, and tell them, if you want to get rid of them, this is what the fuck you do. And if you don't know how to do all that, then just forget about fucking toxins and avoid chemicals in your life. Google starts doing the Googling for you. Search will never be the same. New LHC results refute Fermilab's hole in the standard model. Well, I think the standard model should be considered a theory. Keeping your enemy close, a mistake so many people make. Sun shoots out biggest solar flare in almost 2 decades, but Earth should be out of the way this time. Peru officially classifies trans people as mentally ill. Why expecting less makes us happier. Fuck, I should be happy as fuck. Expect nothing. Got nothing. Lower your expectations. Why expecting less makes us happier. Lowering expectations can reduce disappointment and increase happiness. Perfect.
Hello.
Hey. That's been there a long time.
Yeah, I guess somebody recently tripped on these too, so.
Gotta move, Grace. This is mildly interesting. Guess it's maintenance day at the park. And what you just saw there was the bench I normally sit at. There's a couple of loose tiles, cobblestones, whatever. They've been like that for probably a year. I guess someone finally complained because they tripped over them. And they're out there today fixing them. How's that for a slice of life, Grace? Oh, and there's 2 robins eyeing me up. Alright, let's try this again. Lower your fucking expectations. Agreed. Why expecting less makes us happier. Lowering expectations can reduce disappointment and increase happiness. In one study, participants' expectations were larger for happiness than the amount of money won. To lower expectations, you can try shifting your focus to the present moment. This is the only expectation I have for us, Grace, is that we write our asses off. Here we go. 10 moments in life when you should listen to your intuition, according to psychology. I'll say one thing, Grace. Not flying through these as fast as we used to, or I used to. I guess you're not here. Probably at home sleeping. 11:02? Yeah, you probably sleep till noon. Lazy. 10 moments in life when you should listen to your intuition, according to psychology. Have you ever had a gut feeling about something that turned out to be spot on? Unfortunately, it's a good line, but it just, at this point, everything sounds like fucking AI. That's your intuition at work. Intuition is the ability to understand something without the need for conscious reasoning. It's a powerful tool that can guide us through life's challenges and opportunities. While it's essential to balance intuition and rational thinking, I have no rational thinking. There are certain moments when listening to your inner voice can be particularly valuable. Particularly valuable. In this article, we'll explore 10 situations when turning into your intuition can lead There's a float plane flying by. I have no idea why. I don't know where the fuck they're gonna land. The ocean? The river, maybe? I don't know. What's this about again? Oh, and listen to your intuition. Alright, Grace. Meeting new people. Like we're ever gonna meet. When you meet someone for the first time, your intuition is often the first to chime in. You might understand whether you can trust the person or if there's something off about them. Pay attention to nonverbal cues such as body language and facial expressions, as these can provide valuable insights into someone's character. If your gut tells you that someone is genuine and kind-hearted, it's worth nurturing that connection. On the other hand, I guess we're watering the grass today. I might be getting wet here. There's some big ass sprinklers. I had to move from down here to up here. Grace. Well, if I just talk to you like this, Grace. The sprinklers cover a big area. Anyway, day in the life of Dave is as boring as anything you can imagine. Where are we? Intuition. Making career decisions. Oof. Navigating relationships. Facing major life changes. Dealing with challenging situations. Actually, to be fair, I'm not sure I'd go with my intuition for most of this shit. Meeting new people? No. Career decisions? No. Navigating relationships? No. Life major changes? No. Dealing with challenging situations? I wish, but no. Making financial decisions? Definitely, Grace, do not use my intuition. To be fair, if it's a little warmer out, those sprinklers would be fun as fuck for the kids to run through. And they make a great backdrop for photos. If I ever take a photo again in my life, because of making bad financial decisions, using my intuition, I'm broke. So don't do that, Grace. Maintaining physical and mental health. Not sure about that one. Creating pursuits and problem solving. Okay, that one I would say yes. Travel and adventure, yes. Personal growth and self-discovery. Can't define that. Ooh, do we have a case study? Lily learns to trust her intuition. Lily had always been drawn to helping others, but it wasn't until she started studying psychology in college that she realized her true calling was to become a therapist. Despite her family's concern about the profession's financial stability, Lily trusted her intuition and pursued her passion. I wonder if, instead of going to a therapist once a week for a year, for an hour, which is basically 52 hours, I still think my idea of once a day for an hour, and now I'm thinking 52 days, would do a whole lot more good. And I'm not saying every therapist or mental health quote-unquote professional has to work 7 days a week. They could experiment, do Zoom on the weekends, in person Monday to Friday, or depending on the person, maybe it's just Zoom 7 days a week. Again, going back to the sort of Tabitha facility arrangement, whatever works for the person. Or maybe it's 2 hours a day for 52 weeks, or 52 days, or 30 days, or 10 days, or however long it takes. Just a thought, Grace. To reconcile, sisters avoid old hurts. They identify safe topics to connect. Quebec Superior Court judge rejects McGill injunction request to remove encampment. Yeah, that encampment's doing a lot of good for the people that are dying. It's helping them a lot. By all means, it's your right to protest. I'd left my favorite bench because I thought the maintenance guy was going to fix that. But instead, all he did was make it worse and then put the cones over it until his worker comes to fix it. So he's clearly the boss. I just identify the problem. I don't actually fix it, even though it's probably going to take about 5 minutes to fucking pound that thing back into the ground. But hey, whatever. Not my problem. Suspected animal contact causes power Suspected animal contact causes power outage in large swath of downtown Toronto. How can parents fight smartphones overuse? New research provides key insights. How about this? Instead of doing the number of hours and what they're using, let's get something like Tabitha to determine whether their activities are helping them or harming them, or whether they're really enjoying it or not. Clearly from that video we saw the other day, AI can read facial expressions, to a degree anyways, and the more it's implemented, the more they'll be able to read it. And again, all the information is right there. See that little girl holding that phone? It's all right there. You get a picture of her face. I know it sounds like dystopian shit, but it's not. You can see what she's reading, how fast she's reading it. The phone itself isn't the problem. That's what people do in the phone. It's my opinion, Grace. study supports theory that humans evolved the ability to run long distances to capture prey. Yeah, I think that probably makes more sense than just running for enjoyment on the Serengeti 50,000 fucking years ago. You need a study for that? Give me a fucking break. It's a waste of money. Capture prey. I mean, I'd be embarrassed to fucking publish that. I wouldn't put my name on it. Most experiment uncovers a crucial switch that breaks down fat for warmth. I think we already knew that. The art of self-discipline. 9 strategies for mastering self-control. This is what I need, Grace. I'm not sure if it's self-control. It's more self-discipline doing this, but let's see. Self-discipline is a critical skill that can help you achieve your goals, improve relationships, and lead a more fulfilling life. It's the ability to control your thoughts, emotions, and actions, even when faced with temptations or challenges. Mastering self-control is not easy, but with the right strategies and mindset, you can develop the self-discipline method needed to succeed. Set clear goals. I'm not going to read these. Create a routine. Well, I've done that one. Get up every morning and go to the park and talk into a fucking phone for an hour. Practice mindfulness. Develop a growth mindset. Growth mindset means believing one can develop one's abilities and intelligence through hard work and dedication. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, learn from failures, and consistently seek improvement opportunities. That sounds like a good idea. Manage your environment. Well, I live in a one room, so pretty easy to do that. Practice self-compassion. I'm pretty nice to myself. Kitty cat. Harness the power of habit. Hold yourself accountable. I think I'm holding myself accountable and fucking telling you everything, Grace, so. Embrace delayed gratification. No fucking shit. How much longer, Grace, do I have to delay my gratification? See, just wait for that train. That's my delayed gratification. Case study: how Myron mastered self-discipline. Powerful presentation in persuasion. Here's how to elevate your impact. If you're feeling lonely in life, say goodbye to these 13 habits. I'm a little lonely, Grace. Could be worse. A lot of people out there are a lot more lonely than I am. Loneliness has become a pervasive issue in our modern world, affecting people of all ages and backgrounds. Agreed. I think too that's why I stick in this once a day to whoever, a friend, a psychologist, whatever. For me, an hour a day of this is enough to not feel like I'm alone. It'd be interesting. The feeling of being disconnected from others can take a significant toll on both mental and physical health, leading to depression, anxiety, and even weakened immune systems. While external factors can contribute to loneliness, our habits and behaviors can also play a role in perpetuating these feelings. By identifying and addressing these habits, we can take steps towards building more meaningful connections, improving our overall well-being. Habit 1. Constantly comparing yourself to others. I don't do that because I don't surround myself with others. Habit 2. Spending too much time on social media. No, I don't spend that much time on it. Just get on Twitter and bitch. Habit 3. Avoiding social situations due to fear or anxiety. It's not fear and anxiety, it's I want to be in social situations I can control to a degree. Habit 4. Not reaching out to friends and family. And time will come. 5. Engaging in negative self-talk. Habit 6. Neglecting self-care and personal hobbies. I don't really have a hobby other than this now. Habit 7. Overworking and neglecting work-life balance. Well, I don't work, so I can't overwork. Habit 8. Not expressing gratitude for the people in your life. Nobody in my life, so nobody expresses gratitude too. Habit 9. Refusing to ask for help or support. Yeah, my choice. Habit 10. Holding grudges and not forgiving others. I have no grudges and I forgive everyone, so. Habit 11. Avoiding vulnerability and emotional intimacy. You walk across that field, Grace, and we'll see some emotional intimacy. Please. Habit 12. Not actively listening or showing interest in others. Sorry, what'd you say? Cheap joke, Grace. Virtual ADHD assessment. I think Tabitha could assess ADHD in a day. Maybe a week. Imagine that, Grace. Just download an app, let it record your life. Habit 13. Waiting for others to initiate plans or reach out. Well, I've been waiting, so. Case study from isolation to connection. Morgan, a 32-year-old freelance writer, had always been an introvert. Morgan, a 32-year-old freelance writer, had always been an introvert. She enjoyed her solitude and found comfort in her work. As time passed, she became increasingly lonely. Morgan realized that her habits contributed to her isolation, so she changed. I don't think it's a little easier for women to make never mind. At first, Morgan struggled with the idea of putting herself out there. She had grown accustomed to spending most of her time alone, focusing on her writing projects and neglecting her social life. Yeah, I've been doing that for about 3 years. However, she started small by contacting a few old friends and scheduling coffee dates. Surprisingly, she enjoyed reconnecting with people and sharing stories about their lives. As Morgan became more comfortable with social actors, she challenged herself further. She joined a local writers group where she met like-minded individuals who shared her passion for the written word. Morgan also started prioritizing self-care, setting aside time each day for activities that brought her joy, success, such as reading and practicing yoga. Are you like Morgan, Grace? I'm not really sure what emotional intelligence is, but if we're measuring it and we're using the word intelligence, I think that's stupid. Because we're saying anyone with a higher is better. Just like we're saying with anyone with a higher IQ is somehow. We like to think smarter, but really what we're thinking in the back of our head is better. It's better to have a high emotional IQ. It's better to have a high IQ. better to have a high whatever. How about just let them have a fucking personality? This is my opinion, Grace. Orcas just sank another yacht. I'll probably never have a yacht, Grace, so I don't think you have to worry about that one. Although I do find it's kind of funny that they're sinking yachts. About time those whales fight back. Maybe they're finally communicating like we do. They're like, fuck these humans. That would be a fight. The whales would lose, but that would be a battle between species. CFIB warns $20 an hour living wages could cost Canada $45 billion, harm small businesses. Well, I guess if the small business can't afford $20 an hour, they shouldn't be in fucking business. Let the next guy do it. There's lots of money sitting in banks. Someone else will take it over. All gender washrooms and free period products coming to BC ferries. I took a video of a washroom yesterday, Grace, that I need to describe. Do that later. Protests in Vancouver over Israel Independence Day illumination. Well, Grace, I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm cutting it short today. And I have to sneeze, apparently. Walk and talk to the garbage can, throw my coffee cup out. And nothing. I guess that's it. I got nothing, Grace. Thanks for your help, Grace. Can't wait to see you. Talk to you tomorrow.